What's up, everybody? Brian Tong here once again at Samsung's headquarters in New Jersey, and next to me this is their newest QD-OLED TV for 2024, the S95D, and there was a whole lot of praise and buzz around the S95C, which came last year. And this does look very similar in design, but we're going to talk about this. This is really more of an in-depth first look, just to give you an idea of all the new stuff they're throwing at us. And obviously, the biggest thing here is this is Samsung's OLED glare-free technology, and this is the first we've ever seen on an OLED TV. And if you know me, you see I do a lot of TV reviews on this channel. I am a video file junkie, and to get up close to this and to see how OLED looks with this, you know, kind of you still get the dark, deep blacks, you still get the full color spectrum, you still get the HDR content. It looks amazing, and I want to show you like a little example of what I mean. So just for fun, okay, I have this. This is a lamp here, obviously, and I'm going to bring it up to this TV. Now, what I believe is that you guys and gals at home, you'll see how bright this light is, but you should be able to see kind of like a light hit. Here's the thing, if you don't really see it, you can see it here, right? And it's going to capture a little differently on camera, but if you had a light this close to your TV, your standard OLEDs without any type of, anti-glare coating, this thing would just explode off of it. It would just appear almost like a mirror. It would be so bright. I have lights coming at me here. There's lights around this room, but this coating here makes it where basically you can't see any major reflections on this TV. Now, I also did it at demo here where, again, I put the lamp next to it just so you could see what it looks like in a normal setting, and then you could see the glare next to it. But I wanted to have some fun, and I turned off the lights completely, right? Completely black, put the lamp again next to it, and you could see kind of how the lighting hits the TV. But again, trust me, if you've been around TVs and you've been around typical TVs that, you know, have the standard surface where it's very glossy coating, and they've done stuff to try to mitigate it. Nothing will look as nice as this glare-free to mitigate any of those lights hitting it. So this makes it obviously a great TV for an open area. We know a lot of people have spaces where windows are everywhere, lights hitting everywhere. You will not be annoyed by those harsh reflections. They'll be just so much more muted. And this is what stands out about this. The thing that also stands out is that the image quality does not take a hit from what I can tell. Again, I look at a lot of TVs. You know, I love the highest fidelity. Give me OLED all day, every day, and you can't see any major glares, reflections, and so this is going to be great for all those bright homes and bright environments. But also, again, with QD-OLED, really bright image for an OLED display as well. And from what you can see here, the colors are popping. The room here is actually like a pink tint, and so you can see how that contrasts against the TV. Now, if you look at the design of this TV, it is pretty much, from what I can tell, very similar, if not almost exactly the same as last year's S95C. You'll have that center stand here, the sides and the bezels extremely thin. You'll have a little bit of a lip down here, and then it's less than 11 millimeters thick as a TV. This is as minimalist as you can get, and then it does connect all your consoles or Blu-ray players to their One Connect box. You'll see that, and then it has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. So what that means is that it'll support any console's 4K up to 120 hertz. This display itself supports up to 144 hertz refresh rate. And if you want to talk about gaming, what's really cool now is that they have this designed for Samsung controller. So this is a Bluetooth sync controller. I can pick it up. You'll actually see a game button at the center. When you hit that, that's going to take you to the gaming hub, and then it's going to allow you to stream games. We have the Xbox service. I was playing Fortnite with it. Yeah, we're here at an office, so the internet conditions aren't ideal because it's being shared, but I was easily able to get those kills, play. Sometimes the image broke down a little bit, but again, in a home environment where it's a lot more controlled, you're going to be able to game directly. You won't even need a console as long as you have different gaming streaming services. Pick up the controller, jump in there, and then you also have access to all the game bar options while you're gaming as well to optimize that. The controller itself has rechargeable battery. You get around 40 hours of play, and then you have a 30-foot distance for it to be able to still communicate with the S95D 30-foot low latency connection. So again, you'll be able to move around. It's as if you have a console connected, but of course you're gonna get the best fidelity when a console is directly connected here. And then it has all the gaming features you expect: VRR, ALLM, so your game is gonna look buttery smooth on here, whether it's a console connected or if you're playing with the controller. Now, if we look on the back here, you'll see the array of speakers, and there's multi-channel audio here. This TV does support Dolby Atmos. Samsung has a feature called Object Tracking Sound Plus, so it takes all these speakers and multi-channel audio and optimizes it for the room that you're in. It also sends out the audio from the top, the bottom, and the sides, and when I was using Netflix or Disney Plus or even gaming, you really felt the sound, and so it sounds very, very good. And if we're talking audio, this also has what they call Active Amplifier Pro. So this boosts the level of the dialogue or maybe sound effects that could be really scary. I've had plenty of times where it's like, I can't really hear the dialogue. It gets mixed up with all the sound. This brings it front and center. Now, when I watch this TV, again, I was trying to look at it with a fine-tooth comb. I would say the angles, this is a characteristic of OLED, moving around the room, it looks sensational, but the features that really stand out here, right? OLED glare-free, the first ever on a TV, and for not only their first, I guess we'll call it a first attempt, but it is excellent. This is different than the anti-glare matte surface that's on the frame. This is something totally different, specifically for their OLED TV. Then you also got the 144 hertz refresh rate for gaming. It's everything that you can expect. You have the ambient mode where you can kind of switch to these screensavers to fit in your home. You have the activity area where you can do fitness and health. And you know, Samsung is really making this the center of the household. The only real thing missing for me is that Samsung still won't bring Dolby Vision support to their TVs. You'll have HDR10 Plus and HLG support for high dynamic range, but I'll keep bringing it up until I don't have to. There is no Dolby Vision support here. Now, this comes in multiple sizes. You've got 55, 65, and 75-inch sizes, and pricing starts at $2,599, $3,399, and then $4,599 for the 77-inch model, and you can pre-order them right now. So I got to spend a few hours with this, and if this looks impressive to you from just what I've captured, trust me, in person, it looks, it is chef's kiss. So there you go, a more in-depth first look at the S95D, Samsung's OLED glare-free television. And I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's already one of my picks for one of the best TVs in 2024.